feel so alive. Never felt this way before.
Why hello there beautiful people and welcome to OTT. This drift tutorial is kind of, the only word for it is insane. The main reason being this car is ludicrous. The power was way too much for it and it's taken quite a lot of tuning to get it to a place where I feel like this should be okay for a lot of people. It's still a beast and it's still only for those people that really want to test their skill at drifting. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mazda RadBul. Once you've applied those settings to the car and saved them, we are out on track as always. It's the BRNO circuit. Now, I'm going to mention two things quickly before we get started into this. Any of the clips you might have seen before this bit, where you see the car bouncing as if it's got hydraulics. It's not got hydraulics, it's just, I think it was a bug, to be honest. It was happening during my tuning session. I had a 9-hour session today. I've spent all day tuning this thing, trying to make it as good as possible and trying to tame the beast, as it were. And it happened during one of the practice sessions. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a weird bug. The other thing is, this car's got something quite different from all the other cars so far in these drift tutorials, and let me show you what that is. Massive steering lock. So as you can tell, that means you have to approach it in a bit of a different way. I mean, for me, it's been a complete mind fuck. Excuse the French, I do apologise, s'il vous plaît, but I'm used to all the other cars where I know a set amount of steering when I need to be. This car's very different, and the quicker you can treat it differently compared to the other way you steer the other drift setups on these tutorials, you'll be fine. But it's still a beast. I have taken a lot of the power out, as some people may have noticed from the setup. It's not running at the same amount of pressure it was. It's running a lot less. It was running around 1,000 odd horsepower, but I neutered it a little bit to about 660 horsepower. So it helps a little bit there. And it'll also be a good news for those people that aren't interested in turbos, that don't like them. Alright. Now the main two things you want to be keeping your eye on during this tutorial, and I'll stop revving because I can't hear anything in my ears, is the steering amount. Like I said already, that's going to be crucial, and the throttle. Even though I've turned the turbo down by quite a bit, it's still a little bit. So keep an eye out for the throttle and the steering, and most of it's high gearing, so like its first gear is quite tall. Right, I do apologise at the start of this if I don't talk too much, because I need to be concentrating. Oh, but it is nice. Even like I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm still getting used to this car, and I'm still trying to get over the mind-bending way of that the steering works, because it's just so much more grip there, and you need so. Basically, don't try and catch it until you think it's getting late, and even then, only go a tiny bit. Don't try and drive it like you're an action hero. Like as you can see there, when I was coming through that corner and I shut up, I just held the throttle as precisely as I could without doing any like rough inputs, trying to keep it smooth. And then the same with the steering. And then if you really think you're about to lose the back end, that's when you go for full lock. Apart from that, avoid full lock. Because if I just snap into full lock like I'll do on the next corner, and I'll show it you. If I'm going quite balanced and I pull too much on the steering, you see what happens there? It just pulls me straight off. So don't drive it like a normal steering rack, I suppose. Like unbelievably little amounts of steering to hold it. It's superb. This is the first time in any car game in my history as a gamer and a car fan and a drift nut that I've had a car with this much steering lock, and I've always wondered what it would be like, and it takes some getting used to. But if you can get used to it, oh my god, is it amazing! Oh, I mean, I don't know if any of you tried this car with the stock setup for drifting. I don't know if Project Cars were actually trying to make this a stock setup for drifting, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. This should be ready to drift out of the box, but for me, it just wasn't satisfactory at all. I mean, when this came out, I thought I wouldn't have to do any work to it. It'll be all completely ready to go. But after I drove it, I realised I better get to work. So I've spent around 10 hours tuning this car and getting used to the way it works and how it drives. You can burn through a set of tyres incredibly quickly. So don't be surprised if you do 1 or 2 laps and your back tyres are kaput. As the Germans would say. Wunderbar! Right, let's just be a bit more gentle there. That's it. Drop into first. Now, the thing is, you can see me having a battle there, but that's just because I'm being too rough on the entry of that corner. Even though you think of it by the name of the car, it's called RadBul, you think, okay then, I've got to be really aggressive with it. No, 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 no. Look at how little throttle I've been using throughout the entire time I'm drifting. So we're going back out the pit, mainly because tyres were already starting to go quite badly. And plus there's a glitch going on right now with this car, because mainly I've driven this for like the past 24 hours nearly, since it came out and was finally released to me. I had to buy it with everyone else. There's a tyre bug with it, along with the hydraulics bug, of where you'll be driving, you wouldn't have done anything out of the ordinary, like you stayed on the tarmac, you've done a couple of corners, you haven't really used much tread of the tyres, but yet one of the tyres will just completely disappear. As you can see, we're all blue at the minute on all 4, but occasionally you'll just get one go missing, it'll just go grey for no reason. And I've checked the exterior, it's not as if the tyres exploded or anything, because the tyre's still there. I have to concentrate so hard. This car has been such a challenge. It's taken a lot out of me, can't you tell? Because this commentary sucks. But if you can concentrate, literally every single brain cell you have, get them on deck to be tuned into that steering. I have a feeling that, to be honest, this setup would be much better for people with steering wheels, to be honest. I just haven't got the precision with a joypad, and yeah, I forgot to mention that in this video, because people sometimes forget I use a joypad and I don't always mention it in every tutorial. So with a joypad, I'm having to concentrate so hard on that steering. That's the thing I'm concentrating the most on, is the steering, and then the throttle is a close second. Balance those two and you will master this car. Now obviously this video isn't going to be too long because I've spent all day tuning this thing. But as you can see, I'm just constantly balancing the throttle and that steering. That's all you gotta do. And then it's a case of how big are your gentleman area, how big are your spuds, whatever euphemism you'd like to use right now. Wait, insert here. Oh god, that's not a good... Oh fucking hell. Can I just do one tutorial without saying something daft? Oh fucking me. Right, drop into first. Concentrate. Oh, that was quite nice. I mean, it takes so much concentration, this car. Put the effort in and hopefully you can master it. And this car is amazing, but it's a bit too challenging even for me. I'll keep working on this car. I'll keep tweaking it and driving it, and I'll keep working on the setup so I don't spin like that. Look, it's hard doing a commentary and fucking trying to drive this fucking nutcase. They call it the fucking Mad Bull for a reason. Right, what gear am I in first? Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll keep working on this car, I do promise. For now, I do think the Rocket Bunny is still my favourite, which by the way, for people that are wanting to know, that car has transformed massively since the original tutorial. I'm talking about the Scion Rocket Bunny here. And there will be an updated video on that one, a new tutorial, a 2016 updated, improved, glorious, glossy version, which should be coming out soon, and that is currently my favourite drift car. This is a good drift car, but it's almost so insane that I think I really need a steering wheel to enjoy it. With a joypad, this is such a massive headache of a car. You have to concentrate so hard and it really is tiring. But it is enjoyable for a short burst. I definitely won't do long sessions in this car because I would just be left like a zombie afterwards, a husk of a raccoon. Anyway, I need to pull over because this car has tired me out so much, and I think it's time I go relax my raccoon feathers and watch. Raccoon feathers? Time to go. See, that's how tiring this car is. Do enjoy it. It's got massive amounts of lock, which I'm still chuffed to have. It's the first game in my history to finally get my hands on massive drift steering lock. It's awesome. If only I had a steering wheel. Anyway, on that sad note, do enjoy it. It is a challenge, and I hope you get on well with it. It is the insane Mad Bull. I've been the Baron. Thank you for watching. I love you as always. I'll see you next video. For now, goodbye.